My best growth, my life lessons came in my mistakes or failures, and I don't really enjoy admitting them now. I really didn't enjoy admitting them when they were going on. Sure. But if you don't get better.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.
It's one thing to play against a quarterback and him to maybe hit one or two more fades than you and beat you. But you really know about your QB when you're on the same team. You're in the same room. Yeah. And I'm 1992 now. Yeah. You know, we're on the team. We're on the quarterbacks together.
You're on the same team.
Well, correct. 1992, I was laying on the sofa for 2 weeks. A guy named Brett Favre was traded to the Green Bay Packers. And a dear friend of mine, Jay Hilgenberg, was playing for the Cleveland Browns at the time. And unfortunately, Bernie got hurt on a Monday night. That played an amazing game with a broken ankle. Mm-hmm. I don't want to take you back that far, but his injury allowed me to come off the sofa and get a tryout with the Cleveland Browns. And I remember going to the indoor Berea camp. You haven't been, I'm sure you've been there, but probably not when you were younger. They didn't have that yet, but I was able to get a tryout on a Wednesday, and they signed me that afternoon and made practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, traveled to Los Angeles to play the Raiders with Todd Philcox, a quarterback, and I'm the backup. Don't know who my offensive coordinator is. Everyone raised their hand. Crosby, Richard Mann, Tranquil, Hal Hunter even, but Belichick was ultimate. But anyway, long story short, I made the team and ended up playing that season until Bernie made his rehab and everything. But it was so
you got to be in the same room studying together and planning together.
He was away. He was away for the first couple of weeks, but he came in. He came in, and he was, you know, what a student of the game.
No.
Well, vice versa, and I'm not just saying that be reciprocal in that, but to the life lessons and to the honesty with yourself, and something that's hard to admit and embarrassing to do. But at the time, when you're going through that, and I'm chuckling about coming in with the broken ankle, so not to digress to if they do the stadium and go from downtown to Brook Park, there's if they do an archaeological survey of the landfill, they will find my teeth and bones in the ground there. Right. But to be able, when you're trying, and you are the quarterback, and you're obsessed with playing, and you're obsessed with believing you're the best, and all of a sudden you're hurt, you say you're for the team, you say it's in the best interest. Human nature and selfishness really is hard to deal with. And in the real spirit of me, if I had to be honest with myself, in 2025, I easily could say I was wrong and selfish, and I was thinking about justifying, I'm going to get myself healthy. I'm going to get myself back ready to go because the team needs me. And really, I needed the team. Right. Because when I got into the locker room, and he's very nice about it, and I love Todd Philcox, but after a couple weeks, he picked up the offense, and the team did not need me as much as I thought they did. And that, I acted like they needed me, but really, that bruised my ego. And I couldn't deal with it. And I was not, and that was one of the few times I wasn't a good teammate and wasn't the best friend. Yet he stayed so solid and so committed. And he knew that as a player, I'm going through stuff. And yet he had the emotional sensitivity to personally handle it, the professional ability to handle his job. And then unfortunately, also handled the system better. And then when I did get healthy, he's too nice. He actually played a little better than me in that system too. Okay.
So he had great compassion for what you were going through, but he knew he had a job to do for the team.
And he had a job to do for the team, but he did it good. And again, just maybe not saying it to be funny, nor just to make up, but you actually did it better than me within that system. And as a quarterback and as a person, it's hard to admit that sometimes you aren't the best, especially when you think you are.
What a great lesson.
And it's a life lesson. It's affected me. I mean, what I've now done in the last basically 33 years since then is a direct correlation to what happened there. And then, life comes and goes, and I'm a University of Miami guy, and I do You Matter, and I don't do it for the University of Miami. I do it because of self-confidence and self-esteem,
And everyone matters.
and
That's what a team
everybody
is about.
really matters. And me and Mike started. We were texting back half dozen years ago, and I see Mike writing "You Matter" beforehand, before I even started writing it, and I'm like. And Mike had that same kind of principle, and it just shows you the strength and commitment of him as a person, and it just planted a seed within me. And I wanted to say something like that. One, just for you to hear it, but two, on a podcast like yours, is this life lessons where, again, I want to sit here and talk about all the cool records and the cool games I won, but really, my best growth, my life lessons, came in my mistakes or failures, and I don't really enjoy admitting them now. I really didn't enjoy admitting them when they were going on. Sure. But if you don't get better.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.